go. Get up on your feet. Happy.
You know, I always wanted to be the Kiki.
Kiki, you are
when I was
Kiki.
growing up, girl, when I would watch Apollo, honey, I would always want to be the Kiki. When people would come out and rub that little log, I would say instead of them rubbing the little log, I could be Kiki who would come and kick them off. Yes, honey, Kiki.
Who was Kiki? I'm sorry.
Kiki was the model.
Yeah.
Apollo.
Kiki Shepard.
From the Apollo.
Yep.
Yes, Kiki Shepard, honey. Okay, that's who her name was. But I just remember this.
I knew very well at an early age that I was not Apollo material. So shout out to every person who's ever been brave enough. You know what I mean? Who's been brave
exactly.
enough.
Tell her, Shanda, what the hell you mean you of all people?
I know. I am not Apollo material. You would have murdered her. I saw Lauryn Hill get boo-hooed on her time at the Apollo, and I thought,
well, that was before she was the. That was before she was the Lauryn Hill.
Yes, it was definitely before
all
she was
the greats have been booed.
Of course,
I think Beyonce was booed on Star. What is it? Star?
Oprah was booed.
Oprah
was booed. Remember, Oprah was told she would never amount to anything, and now look at who she is. She is mother.
Oh, she wasn't like booed at the Apollo. She was just like
no, she wasn't booed at the Apollo, but in life she was booed. Everybody who's great is booed.
Now
once
she's
in a while.
booed up, honey. She's booed up all the way to the bong.
I'm booed up too, as you can see behind me, honey. I got them all.
So all those men's.
Yes,
I don't even see the wall anymore. Where's the wall?
Shamar is right here.
Like there is no more paint of a wall left. It's man.
I think Shamar's his favorite.
Shamar Moore is my favorite.
He always talks about Shamar. Nobody else has a name on their wall. If y'all know,
he'll name Shamar.
Everybody else's boyfriend except Shamar Moore.
And Shamar looks just like my son. So Diva Beast. So,
why you remind me?
I don't know why.
Why you remind me? I already have respect for your son, so she does it on purpose because she knows.
She does it on purpose. I know it. I feel
That's
it.
Okay. One day.
I'm on one today. I'm feeling like I'm defending everybody.
Wait.
When your son come up,
here's another plug. On September 25th at the Pain to Purpose Gala, will your son be there?
No, but you know what? I might invite him.
If you invite him, he gonna get to see my outfit.
No, Lord Jesus.
No, I have honey. My outfit is fabulous. But anyways, that's for the pictures. So.
Y'all gotta see the additions because we're growing. Did you see the addition?
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Extended version.
Yes.
Of the intro. And I was ready for the end move. But then I had to keep rolling. I had to keep body rolling.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode. Well, I always want to say that of Talk Miami Talk Show. I am the Dr. Shanda Roberts, and I just want to welcome you all again. Thank you all who are watching right now. If you are watching, please give us some hearts, give us some likes. Let us know you are on and where you are watching from. I am going to pass the baton to this gorgeous queen over here. Oh, wait, I take it back. We have a guest tonight. I want to introduce you to Queen up here. Miss Queen with her purple flowers in her hair. Wait, I gotta go this way. Purple flowers in her hair. She's adorned in a purple top as myself. And I just want you all to know who she is. This beautiful portrait was created by Miss Nakia. I'm trying to find her information so I can put it up here. If you would like a canvas such as this, you can reach her right here on Facebook.com/Betty.page.52. She did a great job, and I just wanted to make sure you all know that Queen is in the building. All right. Go ahead, Miss TK. It's on you.
We got 2 queens in the corner, honey.
Yes, honey. Yes.
I'm just so happy, guys, because guess who's back? Look, everybody. Wait. It's Una.
Y'all, I got excited. I was like, it's me.
Yeah, I did too. But wait, that was my auntie from the Bahamas. So put her back up there too.
Wait, I'm gonna put. Okay, let's go.
So we got from Una from Ireland, and then your auntie from the Bahamas. We international, y'all.
Yes, international. There she is. Let's bring her back. There she is.
Hey, auntie.
And we also got Alicia from Georgia.
All right.
Yes. We are national, international, local, just all of that. We're gonna have to change the name, Talk International, like because we are bigger than Miami.
Well, we can add to it. It could be like Talk Miami, Talk Show International, Domestic, National News.
Yes,
Talk
absolutely,
worldwide.
But I can say this: we do have someone back, and guess what? Even the audience is noticing who's back. Look at this. Welcome back, Cindy. That means they even missed you too.
Yes, ma'am.
How's your voice?
Oh my gosh, my voice is so much better, you guys. Like, talk about being on Talk Miami and you can't talk. I woke up Monday morning with no voice. And I had a recording session the next day. And I thought, I'm not going to make it. So I had to make some serious game time decisions. I had to shut it down. And then the next day at the recording studio, I had to sing for 10 hours. So, you know, you have to make some sacrifices. So I'm glad that my co-hosts, my great team, held it down for y'all while I was away. But I miss you so much. I feel like a month has passed by.
I know. It was only 1 week. But it seems like
I know. The time goes by so fast, but also.
But that's because we have that good chemistry. So when the chemistry is not right, it feels odd.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, last week I told the girls last week it just felt like Talk Show. It didn't feel like Talk Miami.
One person was missing.
Yeah, it's we're for a bang. That's it.
Yes,
for sure.
I know Dr. Shanda. Yeah, I know Dr. Shanda threw it to me. So let me just say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone. I am TK Owens. If you do not know, let me go back to my Dr. Shanda. I am the TK Owens.
The only one.
And then I'm going to pass it down. He is so giving Miami vibes. You see the fedora hat with the
pastel shirt on there.
Play with it.
The chest. Miami.
I do. I have the chest open and everything. I even shaved my chest. So it was all night, but we ain't going to do that to y'all tonight. So, girl, I didn't say I shaved other places. I said my chest.
Right,
okay.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, so I'll do it in my Shonda voice too. I am the Diva B. One and only, baby.
So let me get my fan.
Girl, fan pops all day. And as y'all know, I'm happy. Hopefully I can do this right, but I want to pass it to that way. Ooh, I did do it right.
We're finally getting it.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Talk Miami with your girl, Cindy Winters. So excited to be back. I have this amazing shirt on tonight. Black by popular demand.
Yes.
From my friends at HGC Apparel. You might see these shirts flying around. They're Black-owned business, and they all popping. So I wanted to rock it tonight for my people on Talk Miami. We have a really great show for y'all with Dr. Shanda Roberts. So let's talk Miami.
Let's go. Well, let's get it in and start with our first topic. So this topic came up because I also do hair, I'm one of my 25 jobs. I was doing someone's hair.
Liberated.
This weekend. And we were watching Love After Lockup. And on the show, I don't even know what that show is, but people date people in the prison system. When they come out, they get together, assume they're going to get married. They sell them those prison dreams or whatever. So one of the young ladies, her boyfriend is out of prison. And her family is not happy with the situation because he's not working. He's not working. They don't think he's going to work. They don't think he's going to be amount to anything. While she has this beautiful home. I don't know if she works. I'm sure she works. She's a beautiful home. and she's pretty much taking care of everything. She pays for dinner. If they go to the store, she's paying for her stuff, paying for their stuff. So my question was, so one of the questions that came up while we were talking, my friend and I, is dating someone or being with someone who makes less than you. Now, it's a 2-part question. So this conversation may go somewhere else. So one of the topics were, well, kind of 3. So one thing is she makes a lot of money. So she says it's hard to date men who are intimidated, because they're intimidated by her making so much money. So the dating scene for her is kind of hard because a lot of men are intimidated by that. Number 2, are you okay with dating someone who makes less than you? And I'm going to leave that question kind of open-ended because I have another answer to that. And then the last one is, do you settle? Do you settle because you just want to be with someone? Now, my answer to all of last. Anyone y'all can take that first. Now, this is really like I think a man question. I'm just assuming because we don't care. We don't care.
Yeah. We don't care.
Others make more than we do. So, but I wanted to leave the question as with a partner because I know we have some relationships that are same sex, and so I don't want to just make it one-sided. So that's why I'm
gay. It's okay.
No, I'm going to say same sex. You ain't getting me in trouble. So anybody can take the questions if y'all want to.
I'm going last.
I think Cindy should go first because she wasn't here last week. So go ahead, Cindy.
Oh, that's right. Cindy. That's what we're doing.
Right. You got some making up to do.
All right. So I have a couple feelings about this. So what does it mean what is the priority, right? Is it about can you financially pay your bills like on your own? Mm-hmm. Like, can you take care of yourself and support yourself? If I happen to make more money than you, that has nothing. It should have nothing to do with how we feel about each other. Mm-hmm. If the relationship is communicated and clear, I was talking to my boyfriend about this, and it's really about, for us in our home, it's what do we find the other person's contribution to be relationship. You know what I mean? Like, they may not make as much money. We may not make the same amount or more or less, but can you provide peace of mind? Do you take care of the household? Do you cook? Are you balancing that thing out? So I have it is a lot of with men who have the ego about women making more money. And it's really, I think you have to have the communication and priorities and feel like you can don't get your ego involved. Right. Can you take care of yourself? Can you take care of the bills that you agreed to take care of? And have we agreed to like some sort of household responsibilities? Who got the toilet?
One of the things that came up is some men are okay with not making any amount of money, because one of the things that the lady was talking about on the show was that some men are kept, so to speak.
100%.
They are okay, and they're okay with it because there are women out there who keep them.
Thank you, honey.
There are some women out there who keep them. That's why they can go from woman to woman and being taken care of, because there are women who will do that, because sometimes, they feel like they want someone warm in their bed. So a lot of times people, men or women, could be, settle for whatever they can have at the time, because that person, whether big or small, whether they're contributing to the household, is enough for them to say, well, I got a man or I got a woman and they're here. And I just feel like you said, if you can pay your bills and that's okay with you, to each his own. There are times when during my 20 years of being with Mr. Roberts, there's a time when he didn't work and I didn't work for whatever reason. And when I had to work and he didn't work, those kids were up every morning, clothes ironed for school, breakfast made, kids dropped off, kids picked up, dinner ready, bath is done. By the time I get home, they're in the bed asleep, because that was his contribution to our household at the time. It drove him crazy to not work, but at least he wasn't sitting home playing the video games all day.
They're still
and contributing to anything. I would rather him at the time not even work, because that just saved me a lot of time for not having to come home and rush home, make sure homework is done, and deal with the kids. So I guess it depends on what works for your home. But also we have to make sure we're not just settling for someone who chooses not to do better for themselves.
Yeah. Diva B, you want to go next? Because I guess I just never had this issue.
Yeah, I've never had this issue either. I mean, you know,
you don't have to, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give my.
Well, I agree very much with what Cindy said, as I do see that the audience does too, and I'll tell you why. I have had friends that have been in that situation where either the woman makes, I'm just going to throw out 6 figures, and the man is, you know, he's making 20, 30,000 a year. But if the man picks up the slack in other ways, like you just said, Shanda, then a relationship to me has always been, and I know people are going to say, no, it's not, it's always 100. I've always said a relationship is 50-50. And which to me equals the complete 100. I know some people will say, no, it's 100 from each person, but then that's 200, you know, but this ain't a math segment. So to me, it's always been 50-50. Like you said, if the woman is the breadwinner and there is an agreement between the two parties of, okay, you make the money, but when you come home, the kitchen is clean, the dishes are, you know, the dinner is made, the laundry is done, the kids are taken care of. In reality, you're pulling your weight. You're just not pulling it monetarily.
Right.
You know?
Right. Absolutely.
And to me, I mean, as you can see, my men behind me, they all make way more money than I do, working for the little company I do. And we have no problem with that. They love me for me. But no, yeah, definitely. I agree with what you and Cindy both said. If a relationship is on that agreement, now, if you haven't had that conversation with your partner, that can cause a problem. But then there's also a double side to it now that I'm thinking about it. Because if I was the one in the relationship making the most money and I felt that my partner was just riding the coattail of, oh, I'll make dinner and I'll make sure that the laundry is done. You can only make dinner and do the laundry as much as you can in 1 week without me starting to be like, okay, you know. So the effort, there has to be an effort to that, you know.
You have to know your relationship.
Money should not base your relationship. Your relationship should be based on other things, personality, what good comes to the relationship. It shouldn't be money, because honey, when you die, neither one of you gonna take your money with you. Okay.
Absolutely.
So. And by the way, somebody did text me. Oprah makes way more than Stedman, and Stedman is and Oprah and Stedman been together for years. And Stedman ain't ever gonna be able to compare to Oprah money, but
of course not. But he
must do something. He must do something, because to keep a woman like Oprah, when she could have any man that she wants.
Right.
You know.
Well, you know, I've seen before. I'm sorry, Tiki, before you give your thought. I've seen relationships where it has happened that the woman does make more money, and then the man really is intimidated by it to the point where anything she does is a problem. That, you know, if she gets a raise, there's no celebration, there's no congratulation to that. If she, you know, anything that happens with her,
there you go, Diva B.
He has a problem with it. And you have to know your relationship. You have to know your partner. Some relationships work with one person working, one person helping out, because that's just the dynamic of the household. But then you have some people that person is working, one person is doing the bare minimum, and they're okay with it because that's the situation that you allow them to be in. They're not trying to do any better for themselves. They're not going to do any better for themselves because they're comfortable. And you've made them comfortable going to, you know, do whatever they do and then come home, and you still going in the kitchen to cook or whatever the case may be. I just think it's a thin line, and you have to know your relationship, have to know the person you're with, and know their intentions, and know, you know, what works for your relationship. If you're with someone that's taking advantage of you and it's okay with you going to work and making the money, then you have to reevaluate your relationship and see if that's where you need to be, because that person may just be taking advantage of you. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to comment on what you said about the man probably feeling insecure. I've just never been in that situation, so I'm just going to go about what I think. because the relationships I've been with, and I wonder if this is just a man thing, and that's why him being insecure. I wonder if the woman, though, because that's one thing that we have to be careful about. I wonder if she's throwing it in his face about him not working and how she pays all the bills. Because if someone was making him feel that way, I can see maybe why he's feeling that way. But he definitely has to pull his weight. I understand that things may happen. A person can get laid off. I was laid off. You would expect that spouse or that person should just hold you down, even if men make more than women. What if that man lost his job? It's about helping each other. We have each other's back. It shouldn't be more than rubbing it in your face. You're not doing anything, baby. I got you. If you lost your job, baby, I got you. Man or woman, or man or woman. Absolutely. And it's just putting in the work. And even like you said, even when someone's not working, they're contributing to the household, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, whatever needs to be done until they get back on their feet. And I think sometimes that's just overlooked. But definitely the women have to also make sure that they give the men the affirmation not to feel insecure. He's probably already down that he lost his job or can't get a job. Now, there's a difference if he's just being lazy.
Right. Exactly.
So you got to just know your partner, I guess.
If you able-bodied, get up and go to work. Everybody's hiring right now.
I just saw Andrew Sardouet. Correct me. It's phonetically. He said that he is in that situation. Andrew, would you care to share in the comments sort of like what your situation is and how you're affected by it, or how you sort of go through it?
This whole time I thought his name was Saturday.
Cindy, you don't remember Andrew?
I thought his last name was Saturday. Andrew Saturday.
Am I tripping?
You know what? You're funny.
Because he spoke to only TK and Cindy, so I assume he knew y'all.
He's from the dance studio, Cindy. Remember Andrew and Cindy, the sister and brother?
Oh!
That's who that is.
Works. Yes. Well, Andrew, go ahead. I said what I said. And go ahead, baby. I want to know what your perspective is.
Yes.
So while we're waiting on him to respond, let's answer Sarah Santana's question. Do women use finances to keep a man? Or do men use finances to keep a woman?
I was going to say it's the other way around.
But there are some women who...
There are women. Go for it, Shanda.
There are women who are sugar mamas. And they go and take care of their men. They make sure they have what they need. They dress them up from top.
They're doing that?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Of course they are.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I don't think they're just sugar daddies. They're sugar mamas too.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. They're doing that.
What? Just to have a man? Just to say they have a man?
I don't want to allow
It's for the companionship. You ain't ever seen that show on Showtime's called Gigolos? It's all about women who pay for their men.
Yeah.
I think it's about companionship and having full access to.
And I ain't gonna lie, honey. Have you seen some of the men that these women pay for? I pay for them too.
Are they point?
Wait, can I ask a question?
Ain't nobody that point.
You say nobody that point?
No, anybody that point.
I wonder, do you guys think, is it just me? What if it was, how would we look at a man if he was a stay-at-home husband?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
Do people look at that different?
Yeah, they do, but can I interject real quick? A lot of people think a man who stays home is living off of the woman or his wife or his lover or whatever, and that's not necessarily true. Well, society. I mean,
like if the woman is not saying it, then who would know?
Well, maybe they're close friends.
Does society look at it as if he's living off the woman just because he's a stay-at-home father or husband?
I guess they don't know the situation.
Some people have a specific skill set, right? I was raised by a stay-at-home dad, mostly. Mm-hmm. My dad was he worked in the evening. He was a coach, so he worked in the evening. He got us ready for school. He picked us up from school, and then he went to work after that. My mom worked 2 jobs. He was the shuttle bus to take my mom back and forth to the 2 jobs because she had the benefits. So he was there balancing us while she worked. And the way that their personalities were, it catered to that. My mom was a very type A person.
It's what works for the household. Yeah.
Right. So my mom was a very type A person. She wasn't about to stay home. She wanted to work because she liked to have her independence. Right. And my dad was like, great, have your independence. I'll be independent and be with the kids. And so, I think because I did have my dad's presence on a regular basis, it helped me have a, sort of a perspective growing up that from a male perspective of like how, being raised by a male, mostly. And I think in even my own life, I like that.
Yeah.
I personally don't care for the energy that is alpha, that is societally alpha, somebody who's got to be braggadocious and bravado. I like, I kind of like it chill because I am assertive in that way. And I like to sort of be independent and in that space.
Yeah.
Cindy, I'm sorry, y'all. Cindy, I agree with that because, like I said, there were times, like I said before, when George didn't work or couldn't work whatever reason, and I worked longer hours because he wasn't working. But like I said, when I got home, all I had to do was go take a bath and get into bed because the kids were in the bed waiting for me to come home, eating and all that, and it worked for us. I actually didn't want him to go back to work when he did go back, but he was like, no. But being the provider he is and the man he is, he wouldn't stay home. But I actually begged him not to go back to work because that was so good for me that all I had to do was worry about Shanda, get up in the morning, drive myself to work, drive myself back home, take a bath, dinner is brought to me, and go to bed. He did everything in the house. I'm talking about laundry, everything. Now our kids are bigger.
That's what a team does.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
As a team, when you're building a family, you're a team. Right. Let me throw this out you because this is so. Now that we're actually talking and getting in depth with this, I'm thinking about my own situation, and I'm like, wait a minute. I have a good job. But then I thought to myself, if I had a good job and then I had a man that's at home, now one, we ain't gonna have no babies, and you ain't gonna tell me you're gonna stay home and take care of my cat because my cat don't need you to take care of her, okay? But like, let's say that I was making good money, and then he's like working at 7-Eleven. But I love him.
It's a job.
Sorry, I don't work with guys that work at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Cindy.
Be that person. I'm just gonna be that person. Put it out there.
But even if he wasn't at 7-Eleven, but he was making 7-Eleven money, it's kind of like at one point, fine, you need to bring something. And I said this to y'all today, and I even posted it. There was a saying, and I had to steal it. But you need to bring something to the table. And if I bring the table, what you bring it?
You better bring
the chairs.
You better bring the chairs. You better bring the tablecloth, the dessert plates and the dinner plates, the setup, everything. Damn it, you better bring some flowers too. Some crispy chicken. Well, no, because I'm on a diet because I got a gala on September 25th.
Bring
Paint
a
the Purpose.
salad.
Come on, friend.
So see, I be interjecting the little things right there. Don't worry. But I have a gala, so I ain't doing fried chicken. But he could bring me a grilled chicken breast.
Yeah.
You know
what? I guess it's just to each his own, and whatever works for your household, and society. I think because I think that was Tarika. She said it. That's how society looks at men. And remember, guys, we lived in generation from generation that the man was the provider. Mm-hmm. So when someone breaks that, it's just like I was raised in a home where both of my parents worked. I worked all my life since I was 16. So that's all I know, and I'm okay with working. I love to work and make my own money. That's how I was raised. And back in the day, providers worked and the wives stayed at home. Yeah. But times have changed. We have working women.
Also, during the war, during World War I and World War II, women, while the men were all at war, a lot of the economy survived because of women, and it's not always talked about. And that's when we started getting women in the workforce and that double income. And so if you could get double income, you could get more people to work. That's capitalism. You get more people to work, and then it just made capitalists more money, you know?
There you go.
But there is a wage gap for, broad strokes. There's a wage gap between men and women, that men make significantly more money than women do. And it is really fascinating to me, the relationship when the woman makes more money than the man. Like, how do they communicate that? For me, listen, I know I said about 7-Eleven, but if you have a job and you're showing up every day, that's a room to grow.
You better work that 7-Eleven job like it's the best job.
What you said. You better be learning
to come in. All of that.
You better learn where the gas comes from. You better learn how the infrastructure works, the POS system, because one day you will own a 7-Eleven. Am I right?
Come on now. You have to work that job like it. 7-Eleven maybe you're a stepping stone. So now you move up. What you going to do when you get to 7-Eleven? You may be the manager of 7-Eleven. That's extra coins. Just got to want to do better for yourself. But we should not should not enable people to be stuck in this situation and be okay with that. If I'm with you, I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to uplift you. I'm going to say, okay, well, baby, you've been doing this for about a good year or two.
There you go.
Are they hiring for managers? Apply for a manager position.
Yeah.
But also make sure that at least you're doing your best. Whatever your best is, continue to do your best. So thank you all. That was a great discussion. We are going to move on with Diva B.
Come on, Diva. Come on now.
Diva.
So, that's going to be my intro now. I love that.
Oh, whoops.
Cindy.
Diva.
Shonda's at the helm, y'all. We went from Shanda to Diva B.
I got you, Diva B.
I want to do that.
So I hate to bring a really good topic down, but something that happened this past weekend that we definitely have to talk about, and we need to send our prayers, is what happened this weekend in Tennessee and in a small town in North Carolina, and what happened in Rhode Island. So this weekend in Rhode Island, and I know I'm going to say it wrong. My mom told me how to say it earlier in the car. To me, it was Hurricane Henry, but it was something, it's like a French way of saying it. So it's like Henry, somebody. Henry. But yes, this weekend, after 30 years, Rhode Island was hit with a hurricane. It actually was downgraded to a really strong tropical storm as it made landfall. But those people up there are really suffering. There's 140,000 people without power right now. They're having mudslides and floods, and there are tons of people missing. And in Tennessee, it was even worse. In Tennessee this weekend on Saturday, they actually broke the world record for the most amount of rainfall in a 24-hour period. Wow. So that record was held by Milan, Italy in 1982. They had 13.6 inches of rain. Tennessee on Saturday alone had 17.2 inches of rain. There are 22 people dead. There are 60 to 100 people still missing. The small town in North Carolina was completely wiped out. I was so passionate, I forgot to post. So these are pictures from Tennessee here. Literally houses completely just leveled. This was the town in North Carolina, completely underwater. Just very sad story, Mother Earth is changing every day. So this is why I keep saying, and we keep saying here at Talk Miami, be good to everyone. Tell people that you love them, that you care about them, because you never know. These people thought, hey, Friday night there was a rainstorm coming, and they literally had houses wiped off the foundations of their home. But I'm going to transition to something else. Two more things. One, I want the audience's help, and I'll tell you why. And I haven't discussed this with TK. She's going to find out right now. So I may get in trouble, y'all. So I don't want to be Diva. I don't want to be Diva B dishes the dirt, because I feel like Diva B dishing the dirt means I got to come on here and give you a little gossip about somebody or somehow or something. And I ain't about that. I want the audience to give me something that all starts with D's, because it's still going to be Diva B, because Diva B ain't ever changing. But I need something different, because every week I want to talk about different things. I don't want to just dish dirt. I want to talk about different things. So your input would be very helpful. And then whatever Ms. TK and the rest of the executive committee producer crew decides is what we will change it to. But I definitely want to switch it up. So earlier today, I had a topic that I changed. And one thing that TK said to me was she really loved the toilet paper over and under controversial topic.
Still so sore about it.
Say again?
I'm still sore about it.
You're still sore? Okay, well, what I wanted to do today is I wanted to bring another controversial topic. Something that, ooh, look at Una. Una said, Diva B's discussions.
Ooh.
I like that, Miss Una. I like that one. I like that. But my topic today, just to get a little spark out of our audience, because I always want to talk about something that includes the audience and something that makes them talk and gets, involved. But here's what I want to talk about. Has social media benefited or harmed society?
Yes. I could go. I believe it's pros and cons to everything. Mm-hmm. Pros, I would say that it keeps people connected. I have family members who are in Atlanta, New Orleans, and I still get to see what they're doing, get to congratulate them when they do something well. So, connecting people and keeping us together, even everyone that I went to high school with, throughout the years, college with. So that is the pros to me. And also another pro is you're using the platform to represent whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Cons is that everybody put things on there that may not be true. And I'm not saying that someone is faking, but a lot of people start to, what's the right word? Compare themselves to other people. That's how I have to look. I have to be skinny. I have to look like this. And it's all about this. And then they start wondering, what about my life? And so it does that to me in a calm way, that social media tell a lot of the younger generation what they should look like and what they should be doing. So that's my pros and cons.
Shanda, Cindy?
I think that social media is an entertainment. It is used as entertainment. It can be used as delivering news. It's a great vehicle to get information out. We have depended heavily on social media in particularly the last year, as connection, just like this show. Utilizing Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. It has been. I don't know how I would have survived without social media, because we were still able to connect with people with FaceTime, video chats, things like that. And on the other hand, it's ungoverned. Mm-hmm. And so there's no fact checking. There's hacking that goes on, and then, things are unruly. So it's hard when people become impressionable and sort of are reactionary to something that may or may not be true. So I agree with Tika that it doesn't have, it's a both. It's
pros
both.
And cons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with both of you. Social media is good for good things, but it also allows people to bully people behind the scenes. So that's when it's used for the bad stuff. A lot of people will say on social media what they won't say in your face. Mm-hmm. They don't have the guts or the balls to say in your face, but they will say it on social media. They use it to bash people. And then you also have people on there who show their true self on social media. I have learned a lot about certain people on social media.
About what they post. Yep.
That I see every day, but then they tell their true self on social media. Then another thing, they have people on social media who have mental illnesses, and it plays itself out in their posts. Get off social media, go sit on somebody's couch and get yourself together, because you're telling your business and they got the nerve of get mad when somebody say comment on your business, and then you say get out my business. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So it just depends on what you're using it for. it's a good tool. It's awesome, but people have abused it, and it's coming to the point where there are so many narcissists being born because of social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Chef George Roberts.
Okay. Computer thugging.
Hey, babe.
Ooh, look at that pretty girl in that picture. Well, the reason I wanted to talk about that is because I've always had a love-hate relationship for social media. I'm gonna make it real quick because I know we got a little time limit. But
you passed your time. Go ahead.
I know. I'm sorry. I've always loved and hated social media. One, I've loved social media because if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't be on the platform that we are on right now.
Right.
And I would have never met the three of you. Only TK because she was in my restaurant, but that's for another episode. But and then the part of social media that I hate is how people are destroying other people, with words over social media. Because like you said, it's easy to Twitter thug somebody. Because I do that too. So I love to Twitter thug the Florida governor, but that's another question. That's another topic. All right, I'm done. Thank you. Bye. I love you.
Well, thank you so much, Diva B, for you dishing the information. We appreciate you. So let's move on. Let's talk about our niece, Sha'carri Richardson.
No.
I'm gonna Facebook thug now.
I just wanna take her and shake her, but hug her and sit her down at the same time. So, Sha'carri Richardson, I don't know much about, listen, I'm just learning the football because my son plays. I don't know nothing about Olympics and racing and stuff, but I did see her involved in a race. I don't know what it was, 100, 200, whatever meter.
100 meters.
And 100 meters.
Okay, so let me play this video, but what I want to talk about is, okay, I'm not going to talk. Let me play the video. I have 3 videos I want to show you. They're all quick.
And arguably 2 of the best ever. So before this race even starts, 2 10-6s versus all these 10-7s never happened before in history. Women's 100. And a good start for Shanda. Rangers right. Thompson wrong. Richardson being left behind. And out in front, the Olympic champion does it again. 10.54. That is the second fastest time ever. Only Flojo has run better. And the Olympic champion reminds you why she is the twice now.
When I tell you Jamaica,
they breathe a different air over there in the mountains.
Jamaicans run this thing. They're breathing different air in Jamaica.
Listen, they're going up and down mountains for training. You can't
up and down the mountains, the hills.
So this was her response after the race.
Coming out today, it was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come in before, having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want, because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the 6th fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won, but they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
Wait.
She's not wrong.
The winners in the back for me that smiled while they walk by.
All right, and I have one more. This was after this.
Yes, please, because I want to say something.
I know. Give me one more second.
Just how did it feel to be actually back racing?
Actually, just to be back doing what it is that I have a passion for, that's in my heart, that navigates me through day to day, was a blessing. Just to be back on the track, not coming in with expectations, but of course wanting to do what it is that I'm well known to do, and that's be a performer. But God has a plan for everything, and I'm a warrior. And I would like to say, after the race, I was in the heat of passion, and I apologize for my language, but I'm a warrior. My passion will always come out for my love, for what it is that I put my blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice into. This last month was a journey for me, but that's no excuse, because at the end of the day, I'm an athlete, and today was a day, but it's not every day. It's not the end of the world. And like I say, if you choose to count me out, joke's on you.
Do you
I'm gonna let Diva B go ahead first.
I think Cindy's saying everything I want to say with her face, with her emotion. Okay, so what I want to say is this, and I'm not discrediting her because listen, whether she's the 6th fastest person in the world, but in that race she was number 9. Just saying, there was no humbleness to her, and even in the Olympics, even in world tournaments. When somebody loses, notice how when that race was over, all the girls except for her came to congratulate the girl who just smoked her, okay? To me, she was not being humble at all. Like Janae just said, humble yourself. Girl, the fact that you are even on a platform like that and not even go up to the girls who just beat you and say, hey, you know what? Great race. To go and curse on national TV. Oh, you want to talk your shit? One, there could have been children watching. 2, you just showed who you really are. She thinks she's better than everybody and don't count her out. But to me, girlfriend, your attitude is what counts you out. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Next.
Nobody's saying she can't win or run, but humble yourself, boo.
Cousin Sha'carri. Oh gosh.
Go ahead, Cynthia.
Girl, sore losers is a thing. Being a sore loser is a thing. And your endorsements, you have to think about your brand. You have to think about if you didn't win, you just have to be humble and say, I didn't win. This wasn't my best race, but I'll be back.
Right.
All this, I'm coming
back. The approach, it was frantic. And unfortunately, people will come clap back on you for that, unfortunately. And the biggest people who may clap back are your endorsements.
Yeah.
TK?
Yeah. There's 2 sides to this, right? Because I saw a debate that was going back and forth on social media. Some people was saying exactly what we're saying. Girl, humble yourself. And they was really going in on her. And then we had some other people saying, guys, she been through a lot. Why are we putting her down when we should still be uplifting her? And Diva B, you said it. I probably wouldn't mind uplifting her if her attitude wouldn't have been, I'm all of that. I don't care that those winners y'all won, but I'm going to be back. Don't count me out. Like, humble yourself so that we can sympathize. And I hate using the word sympathize, but maybe understand your position. First of all, it was courageous enough for her just to even want to come back out. After they disqualified you from the Olympics, you were national, international news. It was courageous enough for her just to get back out on that track. And we was rooting for you, girl. But the fact that you want to come out there and still talk mess after you came in last, one thing about a person who is cocky, life itself will humble you. And maybe this was her way of being humble, and she just didn't want to say that in front of the cameras. But at the end of the day, sweetie, if your grandma or somebody else is not in your circle, somebody now needs to grab you and just say, chill and work on you. Right. This is a growth opportunity for her. And I hope that she learns from this.
Well, she's part of us. She's part of an elite crowd, And the way that it really made me feel was now you've pushed yourself out of that crowd by sitting here. Oh, I'm the 6th fastest woman in the world. Yeah, but you're part of a group of women who there were interviews. I'm surprised you didn't show this one, Shanda, but there were interviews after where they were asking the Jamaican team. So what did you think of Sha'carri's response? And most of the team were like, we ain't paying attention to that. We ain't got time for that.
Right.
They actually
so she's already excluded herself.
So good. They was like, no comment.
Yeah, they've cut her out because she wants to not be humble and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I lost this race, but there are more races. So she's excommunicated herself.
Maybe I just thought about something. we really didn't know who she was until all of this broke out. Maybe this is blowing her head up and she likes attention.
Well, she's bringing some eyeballs to the sport.
Yeah. She feels like, yeah, I made a name for myself. And now everybody, maybe she likes attention.
Well, what I wanted to show you all, but I couldn't figure it out how to do it. She got on social media right after that, and she posted a GIF that was like, "Okay, give it to me," and knowing
prior
she
to the race.
Said again, yes, no, after the race. You said prior or after?
Prior.
After the race. That's the same thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been stuff in my cup. I'm sorry. So
it's 8:45. It's after 8:45, y'all.
Okay.
Boop, boop.
George,
bring her some water.
For the kids that are watching, prior does mean after.
To the kids who are watching, prior does mean before.
Oh, okay. See, and I ain't even been drinking.
And I'm thinking, Diva B, you gonna come on here and try to correct and be wrong? I was like, did prior
but listen, be wrong? I was wrong, and I'm sorry. See, I'm humble. I was wrong.
Tried to clap the wrong way, guys.
There you go. The got slapped. No. Kids, don't listen to Diva B because she don't know no better.
Okay, let me get back into my thoughts.
Before,
well, following the race,
choose another word.
Oh snap! We losing Shanda, y'all.
She
said, choose another word. Abadi. That's all, folks.
Now is when the show should go to a commercial break.
Okay, following the race, she posted like a gift that was like, "Give it to me." And everyone was coming on there, giving her a bunch of negative comments, and some people had her back. Like out of 100, maybe 5 had her back. But my thing is, somebody needs to, and I'm not saying they're not. Maybe they are. Maybe she doesn't listen. But someone needs to take her phone from her or her computer, laptop, tablet, whatever it is, in regards to social media, because you need to humble yourself. Period. That you like to say, period. Humble yourself, because you cannot go any further. Now, Nike did not drop you. I believe it was Nike, did not drop you when it came to the weed and everything, so on and so forth. But when you continue to be negative in the spotlight, you continue to be negative in social media, they may go ahead and say, you know what, this is not going to work out. You have endorsements and people that's paying you money to wear their stuff. You got to watch your mouth, little girl. You got to watch your mouth and watch how you carry yourself, because you're representing a brand. And when you're trying to brand yourself, you have to be careful about the things you say and the things you do. You should have taken yourself over there, gave her a dap, a hug, whatever it is that y'all do. Congratulate her. Say, you know what? It just wasn't my day, and I have more work to do. That's it. Walk away and carry yourself on somewhere. Amen. Because what you did was gain more people to not even feel sorry for you. I cringed.
I was rooting for her. Yes.
I wanted her to win. I cringed when I saw that she lost. But there's someone could beat everybody. Somebody could be beat. So it's not a thing that you got beat. The problem is you talk a lot of mess and then you got beat. And then you talk mess after you got beat. That's my thing. Because I'm not mistaken, I believe she said,
guys, don't we know some of those people though?
Oh yeah.
Wait, I want to say something, right? Like Cindy. While you was talking, Shanda, there is nothing wrong with, like, for example, Muhammad Ali. He was known for talking trash. He the cutest boxer in the world. I'm the greatest of all time. But guess what? He backed up his words. He was the greatest of all time. So she can't talk all this mess and then you come in last.
I mean, last.
Okay, you didn't come in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh,
you didn't even play.
Eighth. You came in
last.
And I'm not mistaken. I think she made a comment that I'm coming for them or something. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm a Lana girl, but something about her coming for them or something like that, or she got to see them. I don't know. I just feel like you're right, Miss Roberts. Oh, I like your last name, girl. That's true. We all do talk trash, but I could bet you.
I can back mine up.
I can back mine up.
Yes,
I'm not going to talk trash about
and when you can't, and when you don't, when it doesn't happen,
humble yourself.
Humble
yourself.
I'll
see you next time.
Humble
yourself. I'm learning the humble because when I talk trash, if I can't back it up, I just get my switchblade from my glove box.
Wait,
Diva B, children, Andrew, Janae, don't listen to Diva B.
I'm sorry,
now,
Shanda's drinking and I'm feeling it.
Janae and Andrew are of Sha'carri's age.
So they're grown.
Yeah, they're in their 20s.
Okay, so they're not children.
How old are you guys now? 27? 20?
They I think Janae just turned 29 or 30. My baby.
Oh my God.
My baby. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're about to get cut off by Shanda.
Okay. So we need to move forward. Oh, go ahead, Cindy. I'm sorry, you had a thought.
I just think it's funny about a generation. It's just like there's a generation and a culture that it's happening about being wrong and strong. And it has to sort of do with this self-praise, and it's this sort of like deluded entitlement, not knowing when to step down kind of vibe. And I hope that she is able to get some media coaching stat.
Yes. Yeah. She needs some coaching. She does. She needs a life coach, not a track coach, a life coach.
And she's young, so I do take into consideration that she's young and may not know how to handle that yet. Maybe I don't know. I don't know her history, and I don't know if she's ever lost before. I don't know what that, So maybe that was shocking to her, and that's how she responded to it. And that's fine. I'm not saying we made the best decisions as young adults either, but the situation that you're in and the platform that you have, you just got to carry yourself better. That's all. So I want to wrap this up because we still have to do Cindy's spotlight. She was not here. She owes us some information. So let's go ahead.
Cindy spotlight.
Oh, come on now. You better sing.
Cindy spotlight.
You better sing.
I'm not Cindy.
Spotlight. Okay, it's not quite Cindy, but
that's Cindy.
We got you. I got you, boo.
Boom.
No, somebody
welcome back to another Cindy Spotlight. I missed you last week. We were devoid of arts and culture in our local area. And today, I want to bring a Miami local, born and raised in Miami, Sharon Lynn, wellness coach, who has toured the world as a professional dancer. And I've had the great pleasure of working with her in The Lion King. She has now pivoted her career and become a wellness entrepreneur. And she has just debuted a journal called Soul Healing. Oh, the devil. Soul Healing, a guided journal for Black women. She wanted to be one of Black women to be in the wellness space, the wellness entrepreneurial space. And this is her video. I'm so excited. You can find Sharon on Instagram, and she's got a huge following on TikTok. And she wanted to create this guide for Black women in our community to help us solve some problems. I think Sha'carri needs this. Should we send Sha'carri a copy of this journal? It has prompts, it has questions, and you could literally write in everything for this journal to help guide you. It's beautiful, it's colorful. It talks a little bit about her as the author of this book. And it's available now on Amazon for pre-order. So when it comes, best believe we're all getting a copy, even you, Diva B.
Yes. I can't wait.
I've always said I'm a Black woman in a white man's body, so I'm ready for my book.
Yes.
I think that'll be awesome, especially for the women who I engage with my organization. I think
100%
copies of that. I just love the title itself, Soul Healing. We often get into situations and we think that we leave it and that we're okay, but your soul is bruised and it needs to be healed. So I love that. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Cindy Spotlight.
Come on now. You better sing.
Cindy Spotlight. I just
Did she go?
Oh, that was fading out. That's
did she?
Okay, but I don't have a song. Can you make a jingle for me as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you gotta hold me. Okay.
I'll do it next week.
To wrap it up with our TK's motivational moments.
Yes. Oh, wait, sing me something.
Watch it. Oh, I need to do it again.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Do it again. Watch out, y'all. It's T to the K. Here we go. Booyah.
Motivational moment.
With it.
Ooh,
play with it.
Play with it. All of that. So, what do I have for the people? It is Monday, motivational moments. So this is because we were talking about being humble, I just thought that this would be a perfect quote that I found. And it says, life is not about being rich, popular, highly educated, or perfect. It is about being real, being humble, and being kind. But see, it takes a very cocky person to already think that they're perfect and have everything. But please continue to be humble. To me, humbleness is about, it's a learning lesson. Understanding that everything is not about you and what you have and what you bring to the table. Always remain humble. And the word that I would actually say that goes along with humble is if you have a grateful heart, you will understand kindness. You will understand humbleness if we all just learn how to be kind to one another. And don't get me wrong, there are some times that I love the word empowerment, or what is the difference between bragging and being confident? And how I would answer that is bragging is exactly someone just bragging everything, but then can't back it up. Being confident to me is knowing what you bring to the table and you're letting your resume and everything else speak for it, and you don't have to say a word. So that is my motivational moment to you guys, is that hopefully we all can live a very grateful and humble life and try to. We all know what we all can work on. I never said anyone was perfect. I have things I have to work on. To me, personal and professional development is always there. And I will learn how to humble myself when need be. And to me, that's growth. So that is my motivational moment to you all. Hope that you receive it. Love y'all.
Thank you so much, TK Owens. I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to host and be a part of this show. You all have been a staple now in my life. So I love you all. So thank you so much, TK. That was awesome. Who's hosting next week? I don't even know.
TK. It's actually me. My turn. Right. Start it back. Throw it up. Throw it up. Throw it up.
Okay, so next week is Miss TK Owens, honey. I want y'all to get into this haircut that she has, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Yes. TK's cut be cut to the nines, honey. Yes, it don't move.
It don't move.
It don't move.
It don't move.
It don't move. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I want you all to make sure y'all tune in next week and join in, talk with us, because Miss TK and Rhonda Burgundy, is that her name?
Yes.
Rhonda Burgundy will be joining us next week.
I have to say one thing before we go.
Okay.
If y'all didn't get your tickets for Pain to Purpose, September 25th Ball Gala, you are slacking and you ain't humble, and you need to humble and get your behind some tickets. September 25th is going down at the Pain to Purpose Gala. Okay, thank you. Oh, and by the way, when you're on Amazon and you're buying, you said Sharon was her name?
Sharon, yes.
Yes,
you can also couple that.
Yeah, I was going to. When you're buying Sharon's book on Amazon, also go and buy Miss TK Owens' book, because she's on Amazon.
Plan the life you want.
Kill
Amazon
two birds with
bestseller.
one stone. Okay, you could write your soul a story, and you can motivate it on the way. Okay,
boom.
And then we'll see you at the Pain to Purpose Gala on September 25th. Okay.
You can purchase your tickets right here at paying2purpose76.org. And when you go on Amazon and you're purchasing your books, how about you go to smile.amazon.com and look for Paying2Purpose76 and support our organization, and your proceeds, part of your proceeds, will go to benefiting women and survivors of domestic violence. So make sure you go to smile.amazon.com before purchasing those books and select Pain to Purpose, and you will go ahead and make sure you donate to our organization without even trying to donate. Okay? So thank you all so much for joining us. We enjoyed you all. We will see you all next Monday. Have a good night.
Peace.
Add it up. Okay, all right.
Don't forget to listen to us on Spotify, where you get your podcasts, iHeartRadio, the iHeartRadio app, and Facebook, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Be well, y'all. I'm still doing this Millie Rock.
Thank you. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Get it.